kings, and the exercise a bit of time, and so his other brother for the king, but at the same, the nation of Babylon, or the Chaldeans, which is currently Jerusalem, and placed Jehoiakim as a puppet king. Everyone say puppet king. And his role was simply to empty out all the banks and all the money and send a massive tax to the Babylonians. He was an evil king, and he did a lot of evil things. The spiritual life dived, and people were fighting. There was violence. People was going unrecorded. No one was doing anything. Prophet Habakkuk. Where are you? When we look at but treating, doing anything, it appears as if you're not doing anything about it. And I don't faith. Leaders in here's a man. Everything he sees goes, and he's tempted to walk. Like it, you don't know. Do that couple of sit down, and I'm going to wait until God speaks to me about what's going on. And he does that. He sits down and he says, I'm going to wait. Now, how many people love waiting? How many people love waiting? You're all patient people. I want you on my next flight when the plane lands. You know, when the plane lands and the doors aren't open and everybody stands up and everyone walks the aisles for 15 minutes. And how many people love to wait? Wait for God to answer. And he spent a lot of time. And what was? It's not fair. I'm not going to walk away. But he waits. What he really needed was God's perspective on the situation. Okay? And he was waiting for God's perspective. And God tells him to write down. This is what's going to happen with the Babylonians. I want you to write it down. And last week we spoke about the fact that in church, or when times when God speaks to you, it's important to write down what God says in your life. Because we all live busy lives. We can leave church, and after we've left church, and someone runs into our car, and suddenly, did you say to me, God, back then? Write down what God is saying to us. How many people agree with that? Okay. And rather than taking pictures of cats on YouTube and putting it's good to write down other spiritual stuff, okay, and to share with one another on Instagram. What do you reckon? Okay. So Habakkuk writes down what God is saying, and as he writes, he's quite upset. Because what he said is this: I'm going to raise up the Babylonians, and I'm going to take the people into captivity. your people, for about 70 years. In other words, and after that 70 years, they will no longer idols. So the nation of Judah was very disobedient to God. They were worshipping all of that, and there's only one way to do that. So he writes it down. What's going to happen? So that was last week. Just imagine that, you know, we're being invaded by New Zealand. But just in that, okay. Have we got any New Zealand people? It's a wonderful country. It's just. The three that I want to look at today, there's a change in tone. Graces God for. Okay? He's not happy about it. And he has decided not to walk away from God. And you know, confused. And he's gone to a level of. Now, many Christians have a crisis. You know, so you have a party, you get oh God, give me a car park, you get a car park, you know, and you get a pay rise, and then within a couple of months, suddenly something else starts to happen. You think, what's gone wrong? Okay? And it can be a crisis of belief. And what needs to happen in a crisis of belief is you have a choice way or trust God. And in this case, he decided to trust God. And so in Habakkuk chapter 3, his tone changes. And right in the notes there, I put it down there, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 20. He says this, but the Lord, God is still in his temple. In other words, God is still in charge. Silent before him because he was raving. And he says, God, okay, you are God. You rule the earth, and this is not happening here. Delete. My computer was wheezing the other day. Okay, keep going. Now, okay. So he reset his tone. He went from being questioning to a person who was suddenly, okay, God, I don't like what's going on, and I know the nation is corrupt, it's bad, there's murders going on, and they're not obeying you, they're doing their own thing. They're right, I know that upsets you, and I know that I'm not happy about that, but I accept that you are God. And this is what you're going to do. And so there's a change in tone in his own heart. And he will speak to the people, but there's this tone, and he starts off with a prayer. He's now trusting and praying. Have you been in that place? You're questioning, God, why is this happening in my life? Why have I lost that job? Why is everything falling down around me? Where are you, God? Many of us have been there. Lord, I prayed about this situation, and your answer, you don't seem to be interested. These are the exact words that we pray that he prayed. And here he is, accepted. God spoke to him, and he's not happy about the answer, but he's accepted that God is sovereign, and so he's about to pray. Now let's look at your notes there. He starts with a prayer in Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 1, and it says this, a prayer of Habakkuk the prophet on Siganuth. Okay, have you noticed that in your notes? I say Shiganuth. It's like a Japanese. Not quite. Not quite. My Japanese accent's not very good. How should I say it, Norika?
It's not a Japanese word.
You could pretend. I think it sounds like a Japanese word, like, come to the restaurant of Shiganuth. Is it better? Very bad. My wife is, I'm getting a dirty look from Janine. Okay. Now, okay, well, you asked the question, what does it mean? Everyone say, what does it mean, Pastor Paul? Okay, it's a musical term. People get excited at home. It's a musical term, and it's a musical term, and it's fast, then it's quiet. There's a change in rhythm. It's slow, it's multiple. So chapter 3 of Habakkuk, I don't know if you realize, the entire chapter is a song, but its rhythm is not, it's not a ballad when you're drinking beer in country earth. My dog came. It's not like that. It's got a whole mixture of rhythms and sounds and everything. And that's how it is sung. It's a prayer that is sung. And today, I guess it'd be like mixing together some jazz or hip-hop and rock and electric disco, okay? So I think we should give it a try and sing it. What do you reckon? Come on, you think we should try? Yeah! Because it was meant to be sung. Come on, it's meant to be sung. And I've chosen some volunteers to help us. And I thought I wouldn't put it on people who can't sing, so we chose some people. So come on forward, all the people I chose, all three of you. Come on, today. Okay, and you're going to have to, we'll need a microphone, so can you do that, Justin? And you stand down here with me. So, MJ, wow, fantastic. I wish I had jeans like that, and a shirt like that, and we've got Peter here. And Tracy, and you've got your words. You need words. Here you go. You were going to get out of it. You were going to say you didn't have any words, didn't you? So 3. Okay. Now the idea, guys, is that you try and sing along with the music, but it's going to change rapidly in rhythm and style. Okay. Now you can sing together if you want, but I think that'll be a disaster. But we'll try one person first. Who do you think? Go first. Okay, so step forward. This is Habakkuk karaoke.
All right, a cappella. Okay. I'm feeling all about you, Lord. Come on. Before I embrace you. Remember
find, this is Habakkuk chapter 3.
Where am I going from?
You're going to. Okay, here we go. You're reading, Jack.